Oh, right on, man.
First question. Now, I know with the band name that you currently got, obviously you went through some legal things with it, but why did you choose the word conspiracy in the band name?
Yeah, well, actually, we didn't even get to the legal part. It was like before we were going to.
Yeah.
It was like an Inflicted. I like the name a lot. It ended up being the name of the record. But there's a record label called Inflicted, and there was some websites and some bands. So, I knew that if we use it, would definitely be a problem later.
Yeah.
So to avoid that from the beginning, just to start it out, right. Just probably okay. Well, let's get a different name, and then we call the album Inflicted, which still, keeps the originality or the idea of the album. And then Conspiracy. It's kind of a name I just throw it at everybody. I call Igor, and so I said, I said Conspiracy actually was only Conspiracy, and then everybody thought it was cool to use actually alongside with Cavalera. That was actually Igor's idea.
Right.
And I was cool with that. I think it's cool. It matches, kind of, it sounds cool. So it's kind of actually lucky that I find a name right away. Normally it's not my case. Normally if I get a name and I can't use it, sometimes take a long time to find another name that I actually would like it as much as the original.
Right.
But I think Conspiracy was cool. I think it, I don't know, in a weird way, I think for the actual band, it actually is even more powerful than Inflicted, because, it's kind of cool how Conspiracy is. It could be so many things. It could be a music conspiracy, could be a system, could be politics, could be all kinds of stuff. So I'm cool with the name. I'm glad that we got to find a name. Before the album really was even recorded. So we went to the studio with a name. That also helps.
Right. Well, I wasn't sure on the term conspiracy because I thought maybe there was a meaning behind it that we didn't know about. So
no, it's very open.
Right.
I'm sure people think of it, and some people think that there's some big meaning behind. Not really. To tell you the truth, the Conspiracy name comes from Battery.
Right. Okay.
They got a song called Conspiracy, and I really like it.
Okay.
I took it from them. It's one of those one of the bands from my past. Me and Igor listen to a lot. We listen to a lot of Battery, a lot of Onslaught, Dark Angel. So I think that's why also Igor liked the name too. He remembered the song, the Battery song Conspiracy. I think it's on the first album. So it was good. Everybody liked it. But what I like about a lot of my stuff is the actually openness of it. It's very open from everything. Soulfly, Sepultura stuff I did. Chaos AD had all different interpretations for that name. Dark Age is the same. Many people had, they thought it was a personal thing. Some people thought it was the state of the world,
Yeah.
I like not to be so black and white. I think it's kind of cool to kind of make people think. And it's not really, could be anything, man. You might think of the Cavalera conspiracy into something completely different than I do. And that's the beauty of it. Everybody can actually have their own interpretation of it. It's cool.
Okay. With your lead-off track on this new album called Sanctuary, from what I read, was that a label decision or was that your decision? Or better yet, does the label have final say on what track is to be selected as a first single, I guess, off the new album?
No, not at all. In fact, they were very little involved.
Yeah.
That was... I picked that song. I thought, I said to them, I think Inflicted is a great song, but I think Sanctuary has the spirit, it's really on fire, it's fast, it's like aggressive, and to me, it felt like more better to go in with a single and a video for something that's even harder than what people heard. So to me, Sanctuary was like cooler, I love Inflicted, but Inflicted is a little bit of the traditional kind of Mac song, and Sanctuary is not. Sanctuary is something that it's got a couple of different tempo changes, and it's very brutal, more fast. I'm very happy that the label didn't fight at all. They like it, Roadrunner was very into They've been very cool about this whole project. They've been really excited. I haven't quite seen them so excited in a long time. Like people like Monty has been completely excited from the beginning about the songs, and the label is very behind. They want to pump this record.
Yeah.
I think it's cool because it's me and Igor did we are the roots of Roadrunner in a way. You know, we go back a long, long time.
Yeah.
Maybe before us, maybe it was only like, you know, King Diamond and stuff, but we are very, very, some of the early pioneers. And to be back together with him doing an album for Roadrunner, I think it's good they didn't forget us, you know, they didn't, they gave us the respect we deserve and let us do the album we wanted. So the entire album has no influence at all, man. Nobody said nothing like how it should be. Nobody. It was really, really what me and Igor wanted from beginning to the end.
Okay. Now, moving on to obviously being from Brazil, and obviously with a lot of, I mean, obviously there's a huge fan base in Brazil and probably just South America generally. Is it a safe bet to say that metal is probably one of the largest genres in South America, or especially in Brazil?
Yeah, I think it's, you know, it's the music I got drawn to in the beginning. So if the country fits that, you know, especially Brazil, the violence of Brazil, to me, samba didn't really do it. You know, I needed something heavier. And so to explore the surroundings, you know, it's, I mean, it's like, you know, even though you watch City of God and there's samba in the music, but when you watch City of God, I really kind of think more of Sepultura songs than samba. When I watch that movie, some parts, it reminds me of songs like Murder from Arise and things like that, you know, like Refuse and Resist, you know.
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely a big metal crowd down there, always been, no matter how popular metal became come and go, and sometimes more popular, kind of like the States, you know, here, the metal now is popular, but, you know, they've been through many different phases. What I like about it, that doesn't die, it refuses to die.
Right.
You know, like some other gens come and go, and some gens, you know, change too much that they're not even the same anymore. But not metal. Metal, it's like here to stay kind of thing. It's like the bastard son of rock and roll.
Yeah.
And I love that about it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I love rock and roll, but I like metal more, man. You know, metal is really what is that to me.
Where does punk lie in your view? I mean, with the rebellion and whatnot of, let's say, in the, you know, in the 77 when the Pistols were on their way and becoming pretty big. I mean, you
punk
also...
Punk would be like, you know, like heavy metal is the bastard son, so, you know, it's also actually the bastard son. So punk would be two brothers like me and Igor, maybe with a couple of years difference from each other.
Yeah.
It's in the same family, you know. To me, punk and metal are very connected. I don't care. In the past, it was so stupid. Many people divided these two genres. But Sepultura, together with Metallica, I remember Motorhead was the first, obviously Motorhead, I have to probably give them the credit, like the very first punk metal, you know, connections, you know. Motorhead was like, they love Sex Pistols, Plasmatics, Girl School, and heavy metal, and they look not really typical heavy metal, they look metal punk all the time with the bullet belts and shit.
Yeah.
So to me, those two styles are very, very cool. You know, I like metal more, but punk has been also a great thing in our life too.
Okay. Now, when you look at your current tour schedule, obviously you guys, it seems to be more focusing on the European festivals for the summer. Was that something that you guys decided to do instead of, let's say, coming out initially and doing a North American tour, or what was the logic behind that